Hey all, Hipper here and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to show you the best ways to make lots of gold in the game. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel here, lots of Sea of Conquest content on the way, and you know, it is a very good game, so of course you don't want to miss out. Other than always auto trading while you are away, you should always be trading while you're doing stuff in the game. And there's no, like set way of doing this. You just gotta make sure that when you go somewhere in the game, for example here, I'm doing a commission and I only have to, bring a certain amount of stuff to another port. But of course, fill up your hold and then you'll make a lot more money going there, which you have to do anyway. So that's something that I see a lot of people missing out on. They just do exactly what's in the commission. But like I said before, it doesn't have to be a commission, right? It can be any sort of task you're giving in game. Just make sure that you fill up your hold and like with something valuable that you can sell wherever it is that you're going. This may seem, simple and, obvious, but a lot of people don't do this. And just remember to do it. I know it's probably because people forget, but just remember to do it. It's so easy, and it's an easy way of making extra gold. So the next thing I do a lot here is to use my smuggling warrants. So if you got a bunch of them, like let's say more than 200, right? Then you should find a place where two ports that have a smuggling operation in them are close together. So here we have Blood City, and as you can see, it has a black market in it. And then we have to find somewhere close to it, and I just have one prepared earlier here in Palaiso. Also has a black market. Now they're only about a minute apart, these two ports here. So I guess you know what I'm going to say now. Since they both have a black market, it would make sense to use your smuggling warrants to buy smuggling stuff in one port, sail to the other port, sell it, and then buy smuggling stuff in the other port, sell back to the first port, sell it, and on and on and on. So we go here in the first port, we buy a whole full load of parrot feathers that apparently you have to smuggle for some reason. I don't know. And then we move on to the second port that also has a black market, right? That's important because, like I said earlier, that means that you can just immediately stock up on black market stuff again once you get to the other port. You don't have to actually sail back to the first port. So easy peasy, we get in here and we just pretty much empty the hold, go into the trading venue, sell all the stuff, make a good profit because this is smuggling, not trading. And then while we are in this same port here, the same one where we got rid of our stuff, we go into the black market and just fill the hold again, this time with rare silk, and hit the trade button, fill it up, and then we just head back to the first port. And that's pretty much it. And I did this one day where I hadn't done any smuggling warrants for 2 weeks or something like that. And I did this for like hours and I made millions doing it. Of course, if you do this, once in a while, you'll make the same amount of money, but it's just a nice way of suddenly making, like 5-10 million gold without actually doing much. And, it's easy and it really doesn't take long. Just be aware when you're doing this, because other gangs obviously also know about these little tips and tricks here. And it's very common for unfriendly gangs to lie in wait for people trying to do this, and then attack you and take your stuff while you're doing it. So of course you cannot auto trade while you're doing this, so at least that means you'll actually be around to keep an eye on things. And if things get too hot, just bail and come back and try another day. It's just the way it is. Alright, if this all sounds a little bit tame, then you can always use plunder and bounties to make some extra cash. For example, while you are auto trading, like here, if you see an easy target, you can just send your smallest ships off and they will deal with the unlucky person. And in most cases, not this case here, in most cases, you'll get a bit of gold for this. Of course, it's better if they have a bounty on them as well, but every little bit helps. You can also choose to go full pirate and set up little ambushes here on people trading. Now again, of course, this works better if it's someone with a bounty on them, but I couldn't just find one at this particular moment here, so this unfortunate person here will just have to do. So just hook him, and you know, they can't escape, and then you just go for gold, and you will sink them at some point. But make sure you pick someone, you know, your own size or smaller, so you can actually dispose of them fairly quickly and easily, because we don't want the rest of the gang coming to help here. So that's really all you gotta do. And like I said, you're not gonna get much gold out of this guy here, but the process is the same for someone with a bounty, if they are AFK, that is. So sink them and grab their loot, and you'll make a bit of gold. Now in this case, I think I make a whopping 400 gold, but you get the point. Alright, so of course an obvious thing to do if you're short on cash is to go look for some treasure. And make sure you pick the orange treasures first, if you have any. And I always just go instant. I hate sailing around looking for that treasure, because it just takes a long time. And instant means that treasure will show up exactly where you are. So make sure you're at a port. That way you can just click the treasure, transfer it to your hold, and then click the merchant and sell the whole thing in one go. You don't have to move your ship at all. That's what I usually do, and you know, you can make good money on that. Another thing you can do is to sell food to your crew on your ship. So go into the quick cook section and, you know, cook some recipes or whatever. Some, you know, give more money than others, so just pick some good ones. And of course, that's pretty much all you gotta do. And once all this stuff have been cooked, click the button so it's in your inventory, and then you can go into the mess hall, where you can click the sell button and just select all the stuff that you want to sell. And you can see you can make 288,000 here. So all you got to do is press the sell button. But this is a slow accumulation of gold, right? It's not going to give you 288 in one go. No, what's going to happen is over the next 1 day and 10 hours, you will slowly accumulate that 288,000 gold. And then after 1 day and 10 hours, you will have the total amount. So you can do the same thing with drinks in your distillery, and you know, depends on what is worth the most. It's usually the food though. So anyway, that is a really good way of making money, but it's not instant, right? But it's very easy and requires very little effort. So the last thing you can do is to go and look for gold in the shops. And of course, if you're lucky enough to have the time-limited Baron's fleet coming in every 2 hours, sometimes he has a good, you know, offer on cash, but not this time. But if you don't see anything in here, there's always cash on offer in some of the other stalls, and it's always in the dock merchant. If you go down there, you will always be able to buy 250,000 cash if you need it. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you out there.